So yes, we are through with the first day of the Edgbaston test. The much anticipated, the much talked about Edgbaston test, the second test between England and India. And to be very honest, other than the bizarre team selection that Indian management did, which is now expected, which has now become very predictable. But other than that, not much has gone wrong for India. India has had a decent day, though it could have been even much better. But it has been a decent day, and India definitely has the initiative at the end of the first day because India has managed to win two sessions out of the three, and even the first session was shared. It was not actually won by England. So yes, based on how it has been till the end of the first day, India has the initiative, and England would be really a little under pressure unless they can do what they did in the first test, and they can repeat it, and they can create another kind of a collapse in the remaining innings of India, and then can really pull back the game, and then can come back into the game. But then that is actually banking too much on wishful thinking and hoping your opponent to do mistakes. So I am not very convinced about England's strategy in this series so far. Yes, they believe in playing flat pitches where their baseball cricket comes into the play, especially if either Bumrah is neutralized, like the way they did it in the second innings of first test, or Bumrah is taking rest, which they are aware that Bumrah can only play three tests. Yes, so that helps them, and they can go on a rampage against the support bowlers and put pressure, and only a flat pitch can help them. Otherwise, they can be under pressure because of the kind of reckless shots they may play against the support bowlers if they get some help on the pitch in terms of seam or spin. But then that's a big chance and big risk, especially if you are winning the toss and bowling first, because now you are going with a very unidimensional and a very predictable kind of a template there. You are going to chase down anything on the fourth day because the pitch will have nothing to offer to the bowlers. But just remember, if you allow the opponents to score a huge run amount, and if India fails to do kind of collapse that they did in both innings of the first test, then that can put real pressure on England, because if any of the bowlers bowl an inspired spell in either of the innings, which India had done in the first innings itself, but for the dropped catches in the first test. So if they don't drop the catches, and if one of the bowlers bowls a really potent or a incisive spell, and in the second innings if there is a little bit of help for the spinners and India has two spinners, you can be in trouble. So it's a big risk England has taken, and the first day shows that they may be on tricky wicket, and it will all depend on how they are going to pull back in the second day. If India manages to score again 450, 500, it can really come back to haunt England. We have to wait to watch in the second day and how the game progresses and evolves. Thank you.